Hey everyone, this is Game Galaxy Zone, and I wanted to introduce you guys to this little video that kind of randomly happened one night. So basically, let me just give you the premise of what happened here. So on Sunday, December 3rd, 2017, at like 1 a.m. in the morning or something like that, um, me and three of my other friends were talking in an Xbox chat about Pokemon, the Legendaries, and I didn't unfortunately catch the whole recording of this. We actually talked about it for I think like 30 minutes prior, so I missed a lot of our interesting discussions at first. But I did catch the remaining portion that was actually pretty interesting as well. So I recorded this like 40-minute subsection without them knowing, and I just recently refound it and I was like, wow, I should actually post this video because it's actually very interesting. Right now, I'm just gonna post the whole thing. There might be a point in the future where I might animate some of it. I'm also gonna take a part out of it as well on what started this conversation. But I just kind of wanted to give you the premise on that. We were basically just discussing about how legendary Pokemon are just so stupid. Like their entire existence is so stupid. Anyway, here's this video. It is just basically 40 minutes worth of just like audio with my screen cap that was recording at the time. So there's no video in this at all. You just kind of get to listen and find it interesting. Uh, but yeah, here is the silliness of what Pokemon legendaries are like.
Dumbass, like legendaries, truth and ideals. What does that even mean?
I don't
We're
know,
out of
man.
ideas, guys. We can't have like gods anymore. We fucking used them all up in Gen 4, so we're just gonna have like obscure fucking concepts as legendaries now.
Like, like another note with Rick Wayza. He's just like constantly screaming, and by that, by that, it's just like he's just like I sleep, and then just like he hears his lower neighbors, he's
I
getting
hear a
angry.
disturbance of a
Then they're just like
meteorite entering my airspace.
it's just like he hears things getting destroyed by his lower neighbors. So it's just like ah, and then everybody's just like, okay, stop screaming, we'll stop. And then just like then he senses a meteorite, just goes sailing into space at Mach 7, going, ah!
Not before smearing lipstick though, like putting on really thick lipstick.
Ah!
It's like Plankton going through that space warm time thing, pulls out a soda. No, where was I?
Resume screaming.
Oh!
4:15 to
I don't
9
know,
something.
Dante. Would you rather be the god of dirt or the god of ideals?
I would rather be the god of ideals because then I could just claim to be a fuck ton of things.
Exactly.
I mean,
He-Man
with Gen
has
6.
the literal shittiest job. He's the god of fucking dirt. What do you even do?
I have lava power.
Um. Oh yeah. Um. I mean, like with Gen 6 having like life and death, it's just you got Xerneas who's just like
I'm a
life to
tree,
everyone
motherfucker,
because
I'm a
I'm a good.
tree.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just like I give life to everything because I'm nice, and then you have if we go by genders, let's just call Xerneas a her. It's just like then there's her like edgy brother. It's just like I hate everything. They all need to die.
The correct
It sounds like
response
a
is
du-
blaring Slipknot at the highest possible volume.
It's actually not Oblivion Wing. It's just pointing the speaker at the ground. And he's
uh,
Psychosocial.
God.
why don't they hire us?
At least the Ox in this point just does not give a fuck. Oh, I got hit. Let me regenerate.
and Darkrai. Darkrai's
No,
the
we already
anti-god
yeah,
of
we
fucking
discussed-
wet dreams.
We discussed Darkrai. He literally, and like, if we go by the anime movie, he literally goes by a Shadow the Hedgehog storyline. I'm being serious. Two characters with red, white, and black as their color palette. They both care for a child Goyle. Child Goyle dies, and then they both hate humanity because of it, and wish to bring death and terror and whatnot upon humanity. The end. That is.
Just me thinking about Heatran again. What would you rather be? Would you rather be Heatran or be fucking Groudon? I have powers over dirt, or I can make fucking land. Woo.
I'd rather make land than the guy who shits out the land.
Actually,
Oh yeah,
being
God and
Heatran
Tran
would
are fucking rich right now, aren't they?
What?
Not nearly rich
No, I'm not.
Part of me feels kind of bad for Heatran now that I think about it. Like, with the chaos that was going on over in Hoenn region,
What?
it's just
Or-
like, ha.
No.
Eh.
I don't go to bed at 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. I don't even go to bed that late. You need to calm your tits.
There's also Volcarona. It's not even a legendary.
That's the cheapest.
It's just
7
like,
copies
The
of this game.
bugaboo.
it's just chilling in a desert palace. Oh, you have found me. Whoa.
But like,
Whoa.
with Heatran, I
Exposed.
kind of feel bad for him with, like, Groudon and all that. It's just like, meanwhile, in Sinnoh, it's just like, ah, yes, I have all of this dirt. I'm glad to have my dirt, but I don't want too much of it. Meanwhile, over in Hoenn, I'm going to make as much dirt as I possibly can! Spare me!
I just imagine the legendary birds in Gen 1 are just autistically screaming. Like that's their entire existence.
There's a reason why Mewtwo's in the deepest cave in Gen 1.
just stays
There's
Just
a
to get away
place
from
where
the
their
noise.
screams couldn't reach him. Where he could stop hearing their fucking autism.
Yeah, it's a mix of that, and he's trying to hide from the mob. Don't forget that as well.
He just wants to end his whole suffering.
He's trying to hide from the screams in the mob. So,
Oh yeah, and there's just the one guy who's just fucking blocking him his exit too.
Yeah.
Just one guy in front of
No.
the door.
no, he's just like,
Can I get out? Have you beaten the Elite Four? No? Then go back.
You
No,
know,
you
you two hired him
Can't
just to
beat
be
the
there?
Elite Four till I get outside?
yeah.
I can't let
Yeah,
you
go-
guys so you beat the Elite Four.
I'm going with Tanner on this one. He probably hired the guy. It's just like,
Don't ever let a
It's just
person
like,
past here
look-
ever. I'll pay you good money.
he's just standing at the entrance of the cave with this guy. He's just like, look, man, there's just so much screaming. I'm also being chased by the mafia, so you gotta keep me undercover. Don't let anyone in here unless they've beaten the Elite Four.
And then Mewtwo thinks, ha, no one will ever do that.
Can we also talk about how much of a troll Mew himself is? Or herself?
Whatever
No,
it is.
No, no.
I exist
Whatever
everywhere
it is,
to
yeah.
be a fuckboy.
Woo! Mew, a legendary Pokemon. I wonder what that is. You just look out the window and you see Mew floating in the background.
Camera pans left. Oh shit, boy.
Yeah, like with where Mew is at any time, it's just like, if it really was under the truck, what would it be doing under a truck?
Literally has nothing else to do with its life. It just transforms into shit.
And then there's Pokemon Snap. But then again, that was just because the main character just couldn't take a good shot. It was just like, it's like,
I know.
phew. It's just like, what was that? Better take some snapshots. And then, now that I think about it, yeah, that Todd guy, yeah, I think that's his name,
really
Todd.
expensive video game. There
He
were
goes to
copies
lengths
of
just
it.
to get the perfect picture. Literally goes to space to find Mew. Just so he can get a picture of it. Not
Oh
gonna
no,
catch
did you
it.
just get hired to kill?
He just takes a picture of it.
It's cursed for Marcius. I'll let you out of this hellhole if you go take pictures, man. Alright, sounds good.
Arceus the cameraman?
Marcius just fucked everything up.
Arceus really doesn't know what the fuck it's doing.
I still love the fact that I made Giratina. This would
I
be a
know.
great idea.
Alright.
Destroys everything. Oh, I see gravity.
Oh,
It is a thing.
I know, he's like, okay, I'll make one to control time. Alright, that's pretty cool. I'll make one to control space, whatever that is. It's kind of lame, but it works. And then he's like, might as well do gravity also. Fuck, I've made a mistake, boys. As he's
guys,
slamming the
guys,
to the
I
shadow realm.
fucked up. Looking at the destroyed world. Alexander, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to send you to Shadowrun, Giratina. Oh.
I-
Sad face.
I just have the strangest feeling that like
Who could have
Hmm?
blown up the South Galaxy?
Tina, did you blow
Oh
up
yeah,
the
and
South
then
Galaxy?
there's a
South
fuckboy
one.
legendaries. Azel fucking Mesprit and
Yuxi.
it is the only acceptable legendary of that trio. Adequate. It is the only adequate legendary.
Like, but seriously though, it's just like goes to the distortion worlds. And it's just like, dear Tina, did you destroy the South Galaxy? There's a South one. Forget I said that. No. But
That's what we're discussing right now. Etran was the god of dirt.
You finally get into the reverse world. You get to Garatina. He's
Because
just sitting
that-
there
all
like,
the-
take me with you, and you're just like,
Legendaries in Gen
physics
4 were
work?
god of something. Except for the legendary trio.
oh, is it though? Oh yeah, I have the feeling that Arceus
Also,
would probably be like
Deoxys.
when with me like meeting new Pokemongs because
That's
just
right, I
like since new ones
forgot.
pop up
Jaxus was
Like, all
those
the-
fucking wonk.
because like with all the Pikachu clones they have to be like the descendant from something, right? So meeting all these new Pikachu clones, he probably has like his backwards cap and his skateboard going, "How do you do, my fellow Pokemongs?"
jeez.
Aggressively staring in
be hip.
Colby's direction.
He's just trying so hard to be hip with the new Pokemongs.
God. Gen 2's legendaries also don't make any sense. You got Lugia who just kind of sits in ocean currents and just goes, it's dark. It's wet.
Wait. Wait, what about Latios and Latias?
I love that description too. Well, it's dark. It's wet.
That's pretty much what he
Actually, yeah,
does.
Which legendary
someone
is
who-
this?
Lugia.
Lugia.
Lugia?
I mean, yeah, that's basically how it went. As somebody who loves Soul Silver to death, that is literally how the situation went. Just walks into the cave, and then just like it made a dramatic entrance. It literally bursted out of like a waterfall, just like hiding in a hole behind a waterfall. It's like going, "Welcome to my domain," and then it's just a battle.
Pretty much. Every time it surfaces,
The
it's
only
like,
thing
I
I know
can
Ho-Oh
fly!
did
And
was
then it gets
fucking-
beats up by fucking Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. Goes, alright,
I
back to the
have
wet,
hand
dark space of
wings."
my life.
Done with that. It says.
Flaps its
Wait, so-
arms because you know it doesn't have wings. It just has really big
Yeah,
arms.
Yeah, it just
and
kind of floats
fingers.
there. It's just like,
Just
I mean, yeah. So its
I
hands
really
can work
wish it
as
had a
both-
T-posing animation.
It does actually, in the Soul Silver intro.
Oh shit.
I now see why it became
just
Shadow. It's like,
It's
fuck this.
T-posing along the.
But what about
It's-
Hoopum and Meloetta?
Oh, the
Oh,
slut
what is
boys?
this, a whore?
I think Hoopa is like, I think he's essentially supposed to be some form of god of chaos. I can't remember, but
The god of gay, because if you look anywhere,
Are you
Hoopa
fucking
keeps
using
making
Nen?
the hole. It's the fucking gay trick all over again, because every single part of Hoopa's a hoop. Therefore, you are gay for looking at him that way.
he'll bring you into a loophole. Therefore, eternal chaos. Actually, yeah, that was. Wait. Yeah, that's basically what all the dimensional rings were, and like Alpha Sapphire and all that. They were Hoopa rings. He was
Yep.
just like messing everything up.
Yeah, and then Meloetta's just like, I'm pretty, I'm gorgeous, I make music.
I make
me.
music.
I'm
Buy my
Fortnite.
album. Buy my new CD. Check out my account on SoundCloud.
It's like,
And,
neato?
but yeah,
Don't
Hoopa's all
Google
like,
search my name because I'll get embarrassed.
I mean, like, you have, um, yeah, Hoopa is just like, now what is it? Oh yeah. So you have, Dialga and Palkia, they're like, look at this time and space we've made together. Isn't this such a wonderful thing? Hoopa just runs in and just distorts and ruins everything. There's now like 2 of each legendary, even like 2 Palkia and Dialgas. It's just like
Starts fighting one another.
Fuck you two. Oh, just disappears.
Makes a Fayak laugh, disappears. Dialga sitting at the tea table takes off his hat, slams down his teacup, and storms off.
And Dialga, or not Dialga, Arceus is just looking at like the 4 of them in confusion. How are there 2 of you?
I think at that
Arceus
point,
proceeds to say, guys, I didn't fuck something up this time.
God, if fucking Polkia has seen another Polkia, they'd just be like, oh, space, oh, space, oh, space, 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 it's not working.
This be like whale noise.
God damn it, it's the Dead Space doors all over again.
What was it?
God damn it.
Oh yeah, and I know exactly how Hoopa would leave. Like, how he would just, like, leave dimensions and whatnot. Connor.
Falls flat on its face and sinks into the ground.
No, like, it uses one of its hoops. And, you know how with, like, Peacock's intro and, like, Skullgirls, it's just, like, she literally tears
Oh.
down a hole and then puts it as her eye?
Yeah.
He basically does that. He just takes his hoop, just, like, puts it at the bottom part of his body, pulls it upward, and he just, like, begins to disappear, pulls it over his head, and then just, like, the ring disappears along with him. Just, like literal cartoon.
It's time to flee the scene.
And then there's Volcanus. The legendary's sole purpose is to sit in a steam room and go, yes.
Wait, no, like, it all links together with Heatran, Groudon, and yeah. Wait, what's it called again? Sorry, it's so forgettable. I forgot what it's called.
Group try to rob them. The mafia has the
At least
Obvious
Genesect had a
Volcanion?
partial moment of
Volcanus.
his
I
life.
think it's like Volcanus or something. But
I think
it's
it's
not
Volcanion,
even
no.
related to them. It's just like I control steam.
Wait, even the little girl?
oh.
Huh, said Vulcan, its
Oh,
name. I thought
okay.
it was like related with volcanoes, but
No, it like has a weird butt tube that connects to its other butt tube and it makes steam in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking Thunderous, Landorus,
He
and
kills one of them by yelling.
Oh my god.
wait, no,
Oh,
no, no,
God.
it's a creation by both.
It's
It's a creation by both Groudon and Kyogre. It's just like Quasar, look what we made. We made a legendary. Oh, why? As it's just shooting steam out of every orifice on its body.
Genesect had like no purpose in its life. It was just created by Team Plasma. It's like, oh shit, now I'm back alive. The fuck are these cannon things? Destroys building?
A what,
Oh
hero?
shit.
or no, Genesect?
Yeah.
I know. I really like how after Team Plasma made it, they're just like, good job, boys. We're going home and didn't do anything else with it.
Pretty much. It was just
With
like,
people
oh,
const-
Guys, we
Alive.
made this fucking death metal bug weapon. Good work. They just fucking leave it.
thank you, thank you, thank you,
He's
thank
just
you.
sitting there like, what the fuck?
We made a prehistoric cyborg that screams. Ah!
Why?
Ah!
It just sits there. The prophecy. It is true.
The prophecy has truth.
God damn it, you made me think of Team Galactic now. I hate you.
What's the deal with Cyrus?
Fucking
He's just like,
Cyrus.
"Ugh, I hate everything.
Then he sees like a portal to another galaxy. He's like, oh, I know. Like wets himself a little bit.
Well, let's not
I
really
know,
talk
the-
about Team Flare, guys. The like, fucking last
police.
last
Not
hour of
survive.
fucking gameplay. You just hear a voice over the intercom. You're all gonna die now. That is all.
Yeah.
Microphone stops.
Wait, what if Cyrus like fully went along with his plan? Because if I remember correctly, he wanted to destroy the universe and make a new one so he could be the god of it, right?
They didn't weren't bad guys until the last hour of gameplay.
They were just simply the fashion police showing up and saying, "You look like a faggot. Fight me, faggot."
In the fucking 20th anniversary mini shorts they did on their YouTube video, he literally gets a portal open to another galaxy and he's like, oh, this is amazing. And one of the grunts is like, don't do it. And Cyrus is like, fuck you. And then just floats into it and disappears. And it ends and it's just like,
I
doot, 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 doot,
I
doot, doot,
fucking
doot, doot.
remember that.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think I watched that one with you. I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck happens? Just because he just goes, no, I go. And then he floats into the portal in the most awkward fashion and just disappears, and that's it.
I can
Wait,
imagine,
this was Gen 4,
so-
right?
yeah. I can imagine
Yeah.
Cyrus going
Oh.
through the portal and getting through. He's like, oh, I've done it. And then realizes, oh shit, space.
No,
Or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
showing
well,
up in
like,
the Shadow Realm next to Garantina, and Garantina's just sitting there with like,
Hey,
what brings you here?
He's just like reading a newspaper with reading glasses on. Steve Sears.
fucking Dende from Dragon Ball Z card.
wait, so yeah,
Hey.
what wasn't Cyrus's plan like to
I-
destroy the universe and create a
I
new
felt
one
like
so
I-
he could be the god of it or something?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was to just go away.
Hi again.
It was a mixture of like he
Shit,
wants to
these
just
fucking-
be king ruler of a whole nother galaxy
I
and
didn't
just
miss you.
fucking have
I've
nobody
never
there.
met you.
I just imagine
don't
that if he
know.
actually went through with his plan, there would just be like a giant Cyrus just stomping on not ceilings, like buildings and all that, going, "I am your god now. Bring me your virgin."
Tanner, have you heard of how my Gen 4 experience went?
No.
Oh god.
So I was playing on an emulator, and everything started out all hunky-dory. Fucking the last 5 hours of the game were not hunky-dory
Oh yeah.
because it got corrupted.
What did I just say?
I beat it.
Oh.
I beat the game, but I was fighting at the end of the game like fucking polygons and shit that I couldn't tell what the
You
I was
discovered a new
walking through
Pokemon.
walls, and everything was like the distortion world.
Oh god.
Giratina floated up to me, and he was just a bunch of pixels.
You've discovered a new Pokemon missing. Oh,
Diamond.exe.
It was absolutely horrifying. I think I beat the game. I think I beat it. Like, I really
Dude,
don't
like,
know
I
if I
punched
actually ever
boxes.
left the distortion zone. Because it was all sorts of messed up at that point.
You faced the true final boss of of Platinum. The pixels just reforged together into Hue Neutron. Looks like you're being sent to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
Oh my god, the Team Galactic base. I was just walking through the walls. I'm like, this is a door. Walks through the wall. Well, it's a door now, I guess. Tries to walk back through. Can't. Fuck.
Guard just looks at you. What the fuck?
Great. Now I'm just reimagining like all the the four main Hoenn legendaries just screaming at one another, and by four I mean also including Deoxys. It's just like
Slowly floats down from space and resumes screaming.
no, here's how it goes.
As the Reggies are just buried in caves, just going, please, make it stop.
No, they're just making weird dubstep noises.
Scratch their eyes out. So they have to
DJing,
use
having
Braille
a
to lock their
fucking
doors.
party
They, they're
down the
DJing in
rocks.
Braille, which wakes up. I mean that it's irritating. Kyogre and Groudon. They're just like trying their hardest to sleep, but just like Braille dubstep in the background. Uh, then Aqua and Magma show up. It's just
Step
like
in Braille.
it kills you in Spanish. Anyway.
Perhaps.
um. Anyway. So yeah, Braille dubstep going on in the background, and they're like, oh, I swear to God. And then just like Aqua and Magma show up. Just like, let's use these orbs, and it's just like it makes a really annoying sound that only Kyogre and Groudon can hear.
It's like a dog
And
whistle.
it's just like that's like the final straw for the both of them. So they both come out, start screaming at each other, and then it's just like oh, and then Rayquaza wakes up, comes down, oh,
When you said
comes
Team
the both of them
Aqua,
down, so they stop screaming,
when you
and they both go back to sleep.
said Team Aqua and Team
And then-
Magma, it made me think of the other short that they did. Someone did that, but abridged it and made it really fast. It was like, Archie, don't use the
Guys, we
orb."
haven't talked
Fuck it, I'm
about
doing it anything.
Latios and Latios.
I actually mentioned the two earlier, but nobody said anything. But let me just finish my story real quick. So Rayquaza comes down, and then just Groudon and Kyogre go back to sleep. Then just like he's going up back to a cloud or wherever he goes to sleep. Then he senses something. He just snaps his neck upward, and he just like can spot it from like light years away. He just sees this meteor, and he can hear muffled screaming from the inside of it.
Sounds about right.
The screaming resumes.
And so
Looks
And
around,
so-
this is an advanced level in autism. I'm gonna need a trainer's help for this.
then he comes down from above, and just like the trainer meets him, he's still screaming. The trainer starts screaming. He then lowers his head so the trainer can jump on top and ride on his back. They're both screaming. They're rocketing into space. The meteorite explodes, and then then alien screaming is now clearly being heard rather than being muffled.
God.
Oh, this is screams in Spanish as the subtitle instead of screams in alien.
And so this gets on the news. Now everyone on the planet is screaming because aliens exist. And then then the alien gets caught, and then everybody stops screaming.
The end.
The end.
Also, side note, where's Cynthia and all this shit? Like, she's supposed to be the protector of Sinnoh region and all that shit. And she just kind of sits on her ass in her fucking shiny room.
I'll just let the Mega Garchomp OP champion go deal with it.
Not even. She just fucking sits there like that's fucking Hoenn region's problem, not Sinnoh's.
Oh wait. Then after the end of it all, after all of the chaos has ensued in the Hoenn region, the Reggies are still playing dubstep Braille. Then they get a call. They pick up the phone. It's just low-pitched "oh" from all the way across the Sinnoh region, because it took Regigigas that long to actually call them. Because
All I
just like
hear
he
is
was
this-
moving his arm like 2 inches every like 30 seconds. Just like trying to reach for the phone.
God.
done here?
man.
Are there any legendaries we missed?
Latios,
Wait, no, it'd be a
Latios.
very slow inhale, like an extremely slow inhale, and then just like low pitched screaming.
Basically all they are is, I'm fast, I'm faster.
We haven't
the
talked
fans
Does
about
are
the
someone want to fuck
tattoos.
Ash or something?
Apparently
Yeah,
they
Reggie
can
that's
Ice
right.
transform
wanted to fucking.
in the movie.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Latios
Oh, okay,
transforms
hang on here.
into the...
Oh yeah, Latios.
Yeah, female person.
I'm out of context. For a second there, I thought Reggie Ice at some point in the shows wanted to fuck Ash, because of
No,
how
he tried
things
to
are set up. I'm like, what?
annihilate Ash.
I mean,
Well,
it tried to in the
that's what he
seventh
was
movie.
trying to do. Like, since he makes demon noises, obviously, only Regice is the one that can give birth to the Antichrist. But they need they need someone to procreate with. So
I need assistance.
hunting down Ash, trying to freeze him solid so he can't escape.
God.
What
Yeah,
else?
did
We're
I?
doing this?
Tanner didn't hear that me and Jordan declared that Ash was actually a god in human form? Like he was the real fucking god?
Probably.
It's just Arceus the whole time with the
Like
coma.
we were watching the fucking Gen 2, or technically Gen 3 movie, I guess. It was the Latios movie. We were just noting all the fucking stupid ass shit. That Ash, like, fucking Espeon uses Psychic and knocks out two people and almost kills a Pokemon. Espeon uses Psychic on Ash. Ash looks at him, that was a dirty trick, and proceeds to kick the Espeon's ass. And let's not talk about
It's
Jesse and James were the fucking best operatives in Team Rocket before they just were given the impossible task of fucking stealing Ash's Pikachu.
I don't know. They're getting the upper hand in Sun and Moon, but with the whole
Ash gets
Mimikyu
fucking
thing. But
frozen in rock by Mewtwo, and he fucking busts his ass out afterwards with nary a fucking scratch.
well, here's the reason behind all of his godlike powers. All the way in the first episode, just like sees Ho-Oh in his mind. It's just like deep in his mind. I wish to keep the dream alive. Ho-Oh using just like
Oh.
psychokinesis
Oh.
to just like telepathically speaks to Ash, just like in a Shenron voice. Wish granted, and he's just immortal from there on out.
If you really want to talk about stupid ass movies, just watch the 20th anniversary movie. It was playing over Christmas, Thanksgiving break, and I got to watch it, and I'm like, this is the stupidest fucking thing I've ever seen.
Was that the one? No, that was Pokemon Movie 2000. I thought it was the
Yeah.
one where like Dark Balls happened, and like Mewtwo was a Pokemon trainer for like 5 seconds, and had
Oh, the
battle
Dark Ball?
armor.
No, that's the first
Yeah.
movie. The Dark Ball's the Celebi movie, where the guy is like, oh, time to catch Celebi with a Dark Ball and make it evil.
Oh yeah, I remember that?
And
Yeah, but
Celebi
there was Dark
becomes
Balls
evil.
before that in the 2000 movie.
Yeah, and he has a
yeah.
hunting pack, right? Hunting down
Something like
Celebi.
that, yeah. He had a Houndoom and I think a
Um,
Scizor.
Are none of us is none of us going to mention that there was a talking Slowpoke, or not Slowpoke, Slowking?
There was.
That happens.
He had no pants.
When you get face looked by a shell
wish
on
I
the
had
daily,
pants.
you'd probably learn how to speak too.
If only
Somebody
to
please help
scream.
me.
Wait. Here's what happened in the movie with Lugia and like the whole talking Slowking and all that. Girl walks up, can barely play Jurassic Park on her flute, and then and Lugia gets pissed off and wakes up.
Guy in a fucking $1 million hair hover ship. Oh no, my ship is being destroyed. Oh no, the 3 legendary
Wait,
birds
in
I
the
caught are
same-
going away. Oh. That's upsetting.
Yeah.
Like that was his emotion towards that happening. Not, oh no,
That was the
this
Zoroark
fucking
movie in a
happened.
nutshell.
He was just like, oh no, that happened. Shit.
Darn. We'll get him
Basically.
next time.
Basically.
Oh yeah, speaking of Zoroark and Zoroa, I just remember this scene. Okay, it didn't go exactly as I'm going to say it, but it's just like Zoroa disguises themselves as like Dawn or whatever. And it's just like Ash notices that she has a tail or something, pokes it, and then turns into Zoro or something. But first goes, actually, I'm a boy. Yeah.
Jesus.
Literally what happened.
Yeah, the 20th anniversary movie is a new one that just came out that celebrated the whole 20 years of Pokemon, and it was the idea that it was a restart and showing like Ash's first beginning journey again, but it was kind of different. It was, oh hey, there's Ho-Ho. Oh, it dropped the feather. oh, I'm suddenly in Johto. Oh, suddenly I met this female Sinnoh trainer and this other dude from Sinnoh as well. And then it just goes to a bunch of other shit. And then Marshadow appears and they fight. And then Ho-Ho appears and it's like, yeah, cool. End of story. And I'm
Speaking
like,
of Marshadow,
what?
from what I've read, Marshadow being a legendary, his entire existence is just sorrow.
That's basically what he is.
Or
He's
something
just
like
like, I am a dark type. I have no purpose. This is my life. I make
No,
shadows.
Dust type?
Ooh.
No, it's just like mimicking people because he wishes to be them or something, or just like, I don't know.
Thing has no soul.
Well, that's what happens when your sole purpose is to kick things really hard.
It's a ghost type, but then it's a fighting type, so it's just like,
I mean, since,
I can travel through
well,
walls
wait, now that I
and
think about
hit
it,
things.
yeah, with like the Dex entries from what I've read, it's just like living in people's shadows. Get it? Ah!
Got him.
Basically. But, uh, what else is there?
We missed the 3 dogs.
Oh yeah, the three
Nobody
dogs, like
cares
with the
about them. They
with
fucking
the-
died in a burning tower, and I was gonna like get the shit out of my tower. He threw their bodies
Well-
on the ground, and they started moving. And he's like, "Oh shit, what did I do?"
And then they were like, oh,
Well,
we have repurposed
yeah, with
forms.
Ho-Oh.
Time to follow Ho-Ho's path. Ooh, ha, ha, ooh.
I have the feeling Arceus and Ho probably get in like some fights. It's just like, why do you keep making these things immortal? You made me to everything I touch lives forever.
It's your fault, Dad.
It's not even. It's Ho-Oh or fucking Yveltal screaming at Ho-Oh to fucking knock him off.
Just die already.
Xerneas in the background just shaking its head.
Zygarde, oh god, please make these two stop. I just want to live in peace.
What does Zygarde do?
Environment.
It goes,
Wait,
which
yeah,
form
just-
should I take today? And takes forever to think about it.
I feel like
What's this?
yeah, I feel like fighting Groudon. You just hear the Pacific Rim theme start playing. Turns into the fucking giant robot form.
Oh wait, no, wait. Like, back on the story with like the entire Hoenn region screaming at one another. Way over in Kalos. Oh!
Zygarde
Wait,
just
no.
has
In
purpose
Kalos,
in its
deep.
life, besides just deciding on what form it needs to take. And how long it needs
I mean,
to
since
take.
it's supposed to be based around the since it's based around the environment or something, it's just like over in Kalos during the series of the Hoenn region, just deep underground. Ah, yes, the world is in balance. Sure, there's a bit of litter here and there. Nothing I can take care of. Nothing too bad I can take care of. This and that, blah blah blah. Just like here's earthquakes in the oceans, just like raging. Just like, wait, something's not right. And just like everything's going to shite. It's like his entire cave is collapsing on itself just from the shifting lands, just like screaming, muffled screaming.
I don't even know what to say. I really do not know what
We need to
Zygarde
dig
does.
deeper, boys. We need
No,
to find the quiet
No, here's what
cave.
happens. It's just like, no, my beautiful cave, it's caving in. No, oh, just hears just burrowing sounds for like miles. Just like Kyogre and Groudon still screaming at each other. They begin to hear rumbling. What's that noise? Just out of the ocean, just bursts 100% Zygarde still screaming.
There's also Sekrom, Reshiram, and Kirub.
Yeah. We
Hiram
loosely
doesn't know what it
discussed-
wants.
They're
Kiran's just
basically
like, I wanna fuck. Reshiram and fucking Zekrom's like, no, no, please.
No,
I
go
No,
want
no,
you
you're
in my
gay.
body.
They
No,
just
no,
live
here's
in
what it is.
stones. We had trainers once. We're never letting that happen again.
So let's wait. So white version has and it sounds weird, but does white version have Zekrom?
Yeah.
Sounds really
Yes, and-
dumb.
Yes.
Wait, really?
White version
Yes,
had Zekrom,
until-
black
and-
version had Reshiram, white 2, they
Until
reversed
black and
it.
white too. Yeah. And then
Alright.
it went back.
So basically, depending on what version you're on, let's go with the white version. Kirim just like walks up and it's just like Zekrom's just like got his ass beat. Kirim walks in, just like grabs Zekrom by the arm. Zekrom, fuse with me.
We
Zekrom
can't. We
wasn't
need
a
our
thing
third
until white
counterpart.
2 Kopi.
Wait,
No,
Zekrom?
Zekrom was.
Oh, not
Yeah,
Zekrom.
Zekrom and Reshiram.
I
Kirim.
was thinking of Kirim. Excuse me.
Okay, let's go with Black 2 then, since you said it's reversed. Just like walks in, grabs Zekrom by the arm. Zekrom, fuse with me.
Yeah. Kieran wasn't an important part of the story in black and white. It wasn't
Yeah, it was
black
just
and white.
chilling in a
Tactic.
cave. It was just like, I'm here. I make ice. Yeah.
I'm here. I'm queer. Get used to it.
I'm here, I'm
Fusion-
queer, I want to get in your legendary. Catch me?
Fusion's just a cheap tactic to make weak legendary stronger.
I think Reshiram was actually not bad, and then Kirim White came along, and it was like, Jesus Christ, this is even better than we could have possibly imagined.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason
Zekrom
Bourne.
just goes from autism to advanced autism.
Reshiram and the black and white games, instead of having their cries updated in the newer games, Reshiram sounded like a PlayStation back in the day.
Let's all not
Fine.
forget about Terpion, Verzion, and Cobalion. We're
yeah.
the
Yeah,
what
three
are
legendary
their
trios.
purposes?
And then Keldio's like, I want to be one too. And they're just like, yeah, that's cool.
You're gay.
No, here's what it is. Arceus just walks in announcing with like all of his legendaries and whatnot. Here in the Unova region, all of our legendaries are doing their part, just turning their head to look at the cameras. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. Keldeo just walks in. I'm doing my part too. Everyone just points and laughs at him.
I'm a sword of justice. I'm sure you are.
Evil blows.
That was also kind of Arceus' existence, again with, I'll bring you all to justice! Ah! Destroys everything.
Arceus was the fucking OG Zamasu.
You just fucked up so bad. That's all I can think of when I think of Arceus.
Let's get this thing gravity. Shit, there's no more South Galaxy. To the shallow realm.
Wait, no.
of your eye.
Every time you keep saying, like, let's give this thing gravity, I'm just imagining, like, everyone on Earth just standing, just, like, normally, and then just instantly all their bones, like, crunch as they just
Well,
flatten on the
That's
ground.
basically what would happen if you give a
Bad-
Pokemon a brand new
Everybody's
Pokemon
bones
gravity.
just crush and it just comes up bad end.
I'm
Garatina,
Just like-
I need you to
just
make
like
something
everyone-
happen on this planet. Okay.
Just everyone
Oh god, stop!
on the entire just, like, they're all on Earth. Just, like, so they can actually hear, because, like, in space, with, like, not being able to hear stuff and whatnot. So they're flying about, and it's just like, okay, I give you the power of gravity! Every human's bone just, like, bones just crush as they just flatten. It's just, like, the loudest entire planet.
God.
The Earth actually shakes from just the sheer amount of crunch.
And it's just like
Arceus
walks
has
up.
made
Gravity?
questionable
Who
decisions.
needs gravity? Me, says Giratina.
Oh!
Everybody just stops.
Ooh, is all you hear collectively.
Arceus?
Wait,
I
which
need
was
physics.
more-
How do physics work?
Which was more like Zamasu? Was it Yveltal or Arceus?
Arceus.
Because I mean, with the Evolto, it was just like mortals suck, and then all of them just die.
Volta was just like, I like life. I'm going to suck this planet dry. Oh, you're getting in my way? Two stone!
Suck.
Suck it dry, he said.
It just turned into a cocoon and just went like, landmass? Yum.
While it's in its cocoon, just gets like just takes out a straw with just like its color palette, just sticks it in the ground.
God damn it, fucking Paper Mario. It's sucking the color out of everything!
It's eating the words anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking Megirna? Beep boop boop bop boop boop beep.
Now that I think about it, since that thing is like powered by like an actual soul.
Traitor! The robots have taken over the Navy! Not the Navy!
You just in that phone call you just hear a whooshing noise and you're just like, oh, yep, okay.
Not the Navy! Lieutenant Surge just kicks down the door and it's just like Terminator music, just Judgment Day.
I can imagine
Cy-
him
Cy-
fucking charging into battle.
Cyborg
Oh!
Surge. Cyborg
Judgment
Surge
Day?
just kicks down the door. Judgment Day. Dun 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 dun.
Tanner, have you seen My Bride is a Mermaid?
Have I seen what?
My Bride is a Mermaid?
No.
Oh my god. That is the
Been
wrong
living a bit
answer.
for our life.
It's quite possibly the best comedy anime ever made. And we need to. If I can't watch it with him, you need to at least watch it with him.
Yes.
There's a tier 10 Morgan in this game, and she's pulling some pretty scary shit. Also, that's a really
What
high
other-
tier Daji.
What other legendaries are there?
I think besides Gen 7, I think we've named everything.
Actually, now that I think about it, what's the relationship between Dialga and Celebi? Now that I think about it, it's just like, it's just like, look at all this time I created in this timeline. Such a beautiful timeline. Whoop. What was that? Whoop whoop whoop. What? Looks at the timeline. Things are just being distorted. Celebi is just teleporting all over the place.
That was probably Diolga's fuck up. He's just like, getting kind of bored. Here, I'm gonna make this Pokemon.
Getting kind of bored.
Pretty much.
And I enjoy your versus
Wait.
of the Pokemon. It's kind of dark here. It's kind of dark.
It's kind of what?
Wait, what if Celebi was created to fix up Hoopa's fuck-ups and things like that?
I mean,
Nah.
it makes fucking sense. That's what Lugia does.
It's just like,
Kind of dark. What, too? Feel good, man?
again, like, with what I was talking about, it's just like, Dialga and Palkia, it's just like, look at these beautiful space and time and timelines we made together. Isn't it beautiful? Why, yes it is. Hoopa just pops in. Who are you? I'm gonna destroy your work. Makes two Dialga and Palkias, two of every legendary. Bye, fuck boys. Just disappears. We gotta settle this. Create Celebi. Go fix up this guy's fuck ups. Aye aye, Captain.
Proceeds to make it worse.
And Arceus just blows up everything and then starts over.
Yes, but that's what caused Garatina. And then Arceus is like, okay, can't do that anymore.
Yeah, that's where Arceus just stopped everything. He just gave up after that. It's like, I have too much power. I have fucked up that
Yeah.
bad.
I don't know who the fuck gave me this, but they have really bad taste in people.
Meanwhile, in the Hoenn region, just a trainer walking around. Gee, Billy, why'd you get 2 Lugias?
Oh, jeez.
How can I carry all of these? Oh wait, no, since Groudon's already in the Hoenn region. How can I carry all these Ho-Ohs?
God. You know what makes me extremely happy?
What?
I started recording this audio about halfway through.
Oh
Oh
no,
god damn it.
that is not something to be happy about. Let it be known.
It is fantastic.
Now we're gonna have to kick your ass.
It's gonna be
Just
majestic.
like
Time
Homie's
to
fist
kick
do the
gum
talking.
and chew ass. And I'm all out of ass.
I needed to. It was good. It was fun.